Welcome to Munchkin Storytime. The title of this story is
TiNY Pie. Once upon a nighttime, there was a party on Elephant Lane. It was not a birthday party, a holiday party, or a tea party. It was a grown-up party, for big people. But for little people, there was little fun, and for little Ellie, there was none. She had been told to stay out of the way, or else go to bed. She chose not to go to bed. Then Ellie got hungry. She knew this because her tummy told her so. It said, "Rumble, rumble, rumble." Ellie asked her mother, "Mama, oopa-doopa-doo?" "Shush, Ellie," said her mother. "Please stay out of the way. This is a grown-up party." She asked her father, "Dada, stoopa-loopa-loo?" "Ellie, I think it's time for bed," said her father. "You are too little to be up so late." But rumble, 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 said Ellie's stomach again. She was still hungry. Ellie walked into the kitchen. If only she was tall enough to reach the counter, then she could reach the cookie jar. If only she was strong enough to open the freezer, then she could grab an ice cream bar. But it seemed as though everything was for big people. Or was it? Hello out there in TV land! Welcome to The Hole in the Kitchen Wall, a cooking show for everyone, especially the small. In this episode, we are going to bake in just under an hour. A tasty treat, savory and sweet, that starts with unbleached flour. Now I can see you wondering, is this something I can do? But if you're big enough to eat dessert, then you can make it too. So if anyone big ever comes up to you and asks, "What good are your tiny eyes? What can you see?" Just tell them you see paws with itsy bitsy claws, as busy as can be. And if they ask, "What good are your tiny ears? What can you hear?" Tell them you hear apples on a chopping block. But please be careful, dear. And if they ask, "What good is your tiny nose? What can you sniff?" Tell them you smell melted butter and cinnamon. Why don't you take a whiff? And if they ask, "What good are your tiny hands? What can you touch?" You say, "It's round and warm and very small. Just don't take too much." And when they ask, "What good is your tiny mouth? What can you taste?" Shout out, "It's TiNY Pie! It's TiNY Pie! It sure won't go to waste." Now come and join our party at Hole in the Kitchen Wall, where a pie was made in under an hour by bakers not so tall. Your friends are here in best of cheer, and they are glad to say parties are for everyone because we all know how to play. And if anyone ever asks, "What good is your tiny heart? What can you wish?" Just tell them, whether you are big, small, short, or tall, you will always find your perfect dish. And they baked happily ever after. The end.